Glad to be here tonight. You guys may remember me. Hey, I want to ask everybody, try to get here in the middle. I want to get everybody in here and kind of get together and let's have some church. Anybody want to have church tonight? Somebody? Anybody? All right. Valentine's Day. All right, so who got something for Valentine's Day? All right. Who got somebody else something for Valentine's Day? All right, good. All right. Who didn't get anything? Who got nothing for Valentine's Day? Who spent it alone? There are a lot of people that their husbands or wives that they do everything they can in their relationship, and no matter what they do, no matter how hard they try, it's just not enough. There are kids that are in school that they do the best they can. They try really, really hard, and they don't need mom and daddy to buy them something else. All they want is some time. And they wonder, is there something wrong with me? Am I not good enough? There are people in relationships, friendships, that you wonder, what's wrong with me? Am I not good enough? I'll get back to that. There's a difference between praying and having a conversation with God. And there are times that I have conversations with God and He tells me, get your notebook and paper. And He has me write down the conversation. Most of the time they're just for me as a reference to go back. Friday night, while I'm talking to God, He tells me to get my pen and paper. I'm in the dark with a little candle lit about 15 feet away. It's dark. And I'm writing down this conversation with God. This is the first time He ever said to show anybody. I'm going to read a little segment of my conversation with God, and if anybody wants to see this, you're more than welcome to. As my conversation picks up, God tells me, I'm protecting you. And I say, God, it hurts. And He says, I know, but you still trust me, right? Yes, Lord. Are you sure? Who else do I have? And He asks, who else do you need? And I say, God, I want you to be all I need, but I want someone else. And God said, am I not enough? That question rocked me, dude. Rocked me. You think right off, oh yeah, you're enough. But is God really enough? Hey, look, if you don't want to hear this, that's fine, but at least be quiet because somebody here needs to hear this. Further on in the conversation, I asked God, Lord, people don't believe me. And God says to me, son, how do you think I feel? Those two questions rocked my world. There's a story in the Old Testament about the Israelites in the wilderness. Most of you have heard it, where they wandered around for 40 years, all this, right? Okay, at the end of this, God's having a conversation with Moses. And he says, I want you to tell this conversation to people. And he says, I brought you out of slavery, out of Egypt, and you complained. You were hungry, and I provided sandwiches for you, but it wasn't good enough. You complained. So I give you a barbecue with quail, and you eat so much you got sick, and you complained. I've protected you. I've defended you. I've provided clothes for you. Your clothes haven't got holes in them. Your shoes haven't worn out. I've taken care of you. I've been with you every step of the way. Am I not enough for you? Now we look and we think, how stupid? How stupid could they be? But let's think about it. So many times we don't think God is there, or that He listens, or He cares. But from the children of Israel, we can learn a lesson. Most of the things that God blesses you with, you don't even know it. The biggest things that God does for you, you have no idea. So there's some people here tonight that God's going to talk to you. Somebody got up this morning and they couldn't find their phone, and they were running late for work. And they're ticked off, mad about it. But what you don't know is God knew 9 miles up the road you were going to be texting and kill somebody. You were going to run off the road and run into a family and kill a family. Somebody here was going to be in a bad situation that you were going to take a bullet and you were going to die. God blocked it. You're a mom that your kids were acting up this morning and you were running behind and you spilled your coffee and you're just at your wit's end and it's like, God, where are you? But what you don't know is the guy that was texting was going to kill you and your kids. Your kid got up and wouldn't get ready today. And it drove you nuts. But what you don't know is your child missed the bus because God protected them, because God knew they were going to step off the bus and be hit by a car. But you don't know it because it didn't happen. So God asked you, you're lonely? I'm here. You don't feel like anybody wants you? I'm here. I want you. You don't think anybody loves you? I've shown you. I give my son because I love you.